Hey, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 50 of Aussie Club as we look to return Nottingham Forest to the top of European football. And episode 50 is where we begin in the Champions League. Now, I did tweet out our group earlier, but it's very, very manageable again. We've got Sevilla, we've got Borussia Mönchengladbach, and we have Krasnodar, of course, the Russian team where we bought Novikov from beginning of last season. So, very, very manageable group. But let's have a quick look at what's happened since last episode apart from the Champions League group. You can see things have gone okay, haven't they? We were a little bit disjointed against Liverpool. That all went out the door against Tottenham. We were absolutely amazing. It was a really, really good, dominant performance. You'll notice I went with Jordan Pickford in goals. Upon reflection, he is the better keeper. So we're going to go with him and see how till he loses the position, basically. You can see it was Perez that got two, as El Azhar got two, and Mason Slater with his first for the club as well. Then we went and played Manchester United, and this was an even game. It was just an even game, very tight. But Mason Slater's goal against his former club, let's not forget. Oh my God, watch out for that in Goals of the Month after this episode. It is a little bit of a Tottenham special, but the Mason Slater goal, it's goal of the season already, and we're not even out of August yet. It's incredible. So let's have a look at what that's done to the league table. You can see also our Champions League group there. But second, not too bad. Arsenal, the only team with the perfect record. We're ahead of Chelsea by a point, which is nice. We're also ahead of Manchester City, equal on points with Liverpool. So potentially that Liverpool draw away from home isn't the worst if that sort of keeps up. Or certainly, it's only 3 games in, so it's a little bit too early to be reading too much into the tables. But certainly, they've won their other 2 games like we have, so they're not going to be any mugs. And you can see also Carabao Cup third round draw. We've got Norwich, they're a championship club. I would love to go out this season, sign off with Football Winter 2018, winning all 4 trophies. But to be honest, we're all about these first 2 because we haven't won them yet. In the FA Cup, we didn't win that with Villa, so maybe there's a little bit of unfinished business there. But the Carabao Cup, we're not going to worry too much about that. So this episode, we're going to begin with Leicester. Now, they are currently 15th in the league, so it's away from home, but we should be able to beat Leicester, shouldn't we, away from home? And then it's Krasnodar at home in the Champions League. This is another game. Krasnodar, not a traditionally strong club in Europe. They're a Russian club as well, which means that they shouldn't be too strong. But let's not worry about that right now. Let's get on with Leicester. And this is the team we're sending out. Now, we have just come back from an international break. We have some tied legs. You'll see El Azhar only at 84 and Skandar only at 81. So we're resting them. This is the team. It's Pickford in goal, Watanabe, it's Bunazel and Quanjano across the back. Aussie Chris goes down the left. Olanu goes down the right. Griffiths and Slater in the Mazzala role. Wasn't quite sure. Had you noticed at Liverpool? I think I had him playing as box-to-box. We put him in this Mazzala role, and it's absolutely revolutionised the way he plays. So we're going to keep him going there. It's Kowalski, it's Perez and Ortiz coming in to play with Perez up front. These 2 on their day individually can score a lot of goals. They haven't really clicked together though, so hopefully this will be the game that happens. Alright, so Leicester, they're going with a 4-4-2, and they're one of these teams I've noticed in the game that tend to beat the bigger clubs. Which makes me a little bit nervous coming into this, because we are one of the bigger clubs now, let's not forget. Champions League finalists last season, let's hang our hats on that. Now, do we say, show me what we can do to keep our run going? Do we say that passionately? Let's maybe go with that, since I'm calm, we have faith. And let's just hope we don't fall victim of the Leicester City curse. I mean, I say it's a curse. We're going to call it a curse, because it makes it sound a little bit better, doesn't it? If we do lose, it's a curse. What could we do? But, yeah, I mean, we should be able to win this, and we're going with a pretty strong team considering we have a Champions League game coming up. Basically, because I don't want to lose ground in the Premier League so early. We should, famous last words, we should be able to get through our Champions League group. If not as group winners, then certainly it's second place Pickford to claim that. I'm still a little bit nervous about our set piece defending. Our set piece defending. Mainly because we were so horrible against Liverpool, weren't we? We were much better against Spurs and against... Can we build something from this? Ortiz has got Aussie Chris in space. Can he get a cross in? There's men in the box if he can. It's there for Ortiz, for a Perez, and it's a goal! That is more like it. That is the way to start a game of football. Now, we scored early, I think we scored early against Tottenham. We just never looked back. Hopefully, last time we played a team in blue, I think it was Everton, and we put 8 past them. So can we continue on in that mould here? Give them some praise. I think they deserve praise for scoring so early. my concern is still, this is it, my set piece defending. He should shoot from there. Pickford has that easily. Well done, son. We have gone with Pickford because I think for this season, he is the better goalkeeper. Now, if we were sort of had a more long-term view of what was happening here, I'd probably stick with Vazquez. And here's a chance here for Ortiz. Can he square it? Can he go himself? He's gone himself and he's squirted it past the post. I think longer term, Vazquez will be just as good, if not better than Pickford. And so that is probably the way to go. But given that this is our last season, because I just think Football Manager 19 is going to come out before we get to play another one, Pickford's the best right now, so we're going to go with him. That was a horrible delivery from Griffiths. Can you get a second chance out of it here? It's gone for Kowalski. Kowalski for Buzenel. Down for Ortiz. Ortiz can't quite squirt a pass through. We should and will get that back though. Now, Olenu on the booking is a little bit not ideal, is it? Let's see here. What can we do? Griffiths up for Kowalski. Kowalski for Ortiz. Ortiz plays it through nicely for Slater. It's a good tackle, but Aussie Chris is there. Aussie Chris! And it's another one over the bar. Are we going to be made rue these missed chances? Ugh. Keep telling him to concentrate here because it's a tight game, isn't it? There's not many chances being created. They're starting to look frustrated. Another set piece. Griffiths, it's a little bit better, but not much. Kowalski should retrieve that though. What can he do for Buzenel? Buzenel out again. There it is for Quijano. Can someone make a run down here? He's gone in for Perez. That's a wonderful pass. Perez dinks and over. You wonder if the dink comes off, it's always fantastic, isn't it? You wonder if there was maybe a better option there for him, though. Let's give him some encouragement now coming into half-time. Buzenel stands over the set piece. Looks for Aussie Chris. Down for Kowalski. Kowalski, it's a good pass for Perez. Nods it down for Ortiz! Oh, what a goal that would have been! That would have not quite on the same level as Mason Slater's against United, but not far off. Actually, it was a fair way off. Mason Slater's goal against Manchester United, goals of the month, trust me. It's an absolute belter. So hopefully we're going to see this into half-time here. We'll give them things are going well, but it could be better. Calmly, I think. I think they've earned a calm team talk. And then what we will also do here, so calm. You've played well, but there's room for improvement. I like that. We'll go through, give some individual team talks here, just telling a few players that can do better that they need to, and then we'll come back for the second half. Okay, here we go. No tactical changes. I did toy with the idea of going off attacking back to control, but that's not how we play, is it? If we get later in the game, or if we look like we're in a little bit of trouble, then we can go to control. That is a nasty looking tackle. It's just the kickoff highlight. That could easily have been a card, I thought. That looked like a bit of a stampy tackle from behind. Now let's see. Hopefully we'll win this. If they're going long, we have some good height in our defence. Watanabe does win that. In for Ortiz. Just keep the ball there, son. Look to go forward. I like that. Perez just dropping into the gap. Like that as well. That's not so much. That's poor. They've gone in behind. This is not looking good. Can Jordan Pickford save us? Jordan Pickford! Big save. He's gone for the follow-up as well, just to make sure. Now, I'm wondering, having seen that, we do have a slightly higher line. Now, let's try and defend this set piece. Oh, it's not good. Maybe defending set pieces is just what we need to do all season. That needs to be maybe our default. I'm wondering, seeing that early ball in behind there, if that's what they're going to look to do, what we should probably do in that case. We'll look to control it. Our shooting has been absolutely woeful. Ortiz hasn't had his best game. Aussie Chris is looking tired as well. He hasn't played that much this season, so that could just be a match sharpness issue as much as anything. We'll tell them to encourage. Olanu's looking nervous. No, he's Italian. I think he's an Italian international, so he shouldn't be looking nervous. Ortiz, let's just take stock here. What can we do differently? Ortiz isn't playing well. We'll give him a concentrate. No, we can't give him a concentrate. I don't like that 3 of our 5 defensive players are on bookings. We might look to take off Olanu, because he's looking nervous as well. A nervous player on a booking isn't probably a good thing. We'll put Milovanovic on. Put him back to defensive. Same with Aussie Chris. We might just look to lower the tempo here a little bit. Stay on our feet. Be more disciplined. Stick to positions. We might... That high line is just making me a little bit nervous now as well. So we might just drop that off. Tell Milovanovic. We know that he's capable, don't we? Because it's Milovanovic, and he is very, very good. We'll give this one last concentrate here. I mean, 1-0's not ideal for the channel, is it? We'd like to see more goals than this. But with 15 seconds to go, it's 3 points. It keeps us right up the top of the Premier League table. And we beat one of our local rivals, which is always nice too. Mason Slater out to Aussie Chris. This is nice. In for Kowalski. Back for Griffiths. The old Lays ring around the Leicester City ground. And there we go. 1-0. I just about think we deserved that. We certainly dominated possession. Finishing was not great. And we did concede a few shots as well. But let's not worry about that. So that's a good win. And we'll move on. So there we go. It's a Friday night game. So it puts us top temporarily. We can't really be any worse than second though, can we? So that is nice. That's the King Power. Appleton's done. I don't know who he is. Doesn't really matter. We'll be back for the Champions League. We'll open our campaign at home to Krasnodar of Russia. Alright, welcome back for our Champions League campaign to get underway. And we do have the early kickoff. We've got a 6 o'clock game. So first in our group, the kickoff. We can see we are favourites. And we should be, really, shouldn't we? But let's have a look at the team we're sending out. You know what to make of Krasnodar? Sometimes these Russian teams can be a little bit tricky, can't they? So we've got a few changes here. We've got Pickford remaining in goals. Novikov comes in. He's playing his former club. You've got to do it, don't you? He's going to be with Buzanel and Quijano. That sounds like last year a lot, doesn't it? That's our back three from them. Skando comes back in to go down the left. Milovanovic goes down the right. Griffiths and Joyce in midfield. It's all sounding very familiar, isn't it? With Kowalski, Elazar comes back in to start with Ortiz up top. Ortiz hasn't got off to a good start this season. He's a good player. He's arguably our best player. This is hopefully the game he recaptures his form. So they're almost matching us up in formation, which is interesting. I mean, it should be a case of may the best team win, and in that case you would hope that would be us. Now, Joe Murray says do it for the fans. I think let's give the fans a performance. Let's say that passionately, given that it is the Champions League and we are at home. It's the old calm, we have faith, and let's get on out there. Love the national anthem, the Champions League anthem. Although Cristiano Ronaldo certainly sings it like it's a national anthem, doesn't he? So let's see. First time this season we've had that ringing out. It probably is the first time at the Brian Clough Arena, because last year, of course, we were at Molineux while we were getting our ground redone. So probably the first time at the Brian Clough Arena. Buzanel's done well to win that. We have not got to that second ball though. We've stood around and looked at it. Let's see what we can do here. Griffiths, has he won that? He has. He's done really, really well. The reason that we've gone for a bit of change here, it's our last year's team. Let's see what Ortiz can do. He's running at 3 men. That would have been an excellent goal if he got it first time. Scando's there. Can he pick a ball? He can. It's in there. It's headed away. Still there for Skando. Back post for Milovanovic. Can he turn? He can. Milovanovic! What a goal that would have been. So we do still have, we have Slater on the bench. We have Recalde, our Argentinian playmaker, as well on the bench. Callum Mosley's back from his broken ribs, not quite fit enough to feature on the bench for this one. So we've got Perez on there if needed. We don't need right now, but I would love to open this scoring here. Can Skando knock a ball in for Elazar? It's a goal! And we are underway in the, 2028-29 Champions League. I'll give them some praise for that. Skando and Elazar, they've been with us since League One. And they are still, even in the Champions League, producing the goods. We've been watching this goal up through the divisions, time after time, and there it is. Skando knocks it in. Elazar, how's your mother? Beautiful stuff. So 10 minutes in, we've got the 1-0 lead. Now we just need to keep a clean sheet and we win now, don't we? You may have noticed I went back to defending set pieces as our pre-match training. I thought we looked pretty good defensively against Leicester in general play. Just the set pieces still make me nervous, so that's what we've gone with. If we keep possession here, if we play sensibly, hopefully nick a second goal here at some point, then should be okay. Not much happening though. It is a very tight game, isn't it? I wonder if we should maybe look to exploit the flanks a little bit. You can see our attack has been sort of evenly spread across the field, as close as even as you're going to get. Now let's see, can we nick this throw here? We don't want to be conceding on the stroke of half-time. Palacios has knocked it down. It's a decent ball, isn't it? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, good block from Milovanovic. Can we finish the clearance here? Ortiz is back there. Wonderful job. Tracking his man back diligently. Wins the header in his own box. Can he go the length of the field now and score at the other end? This would be goal of the season stuff if he can. Milovanovic, can he pick out Ortiz at the back post? He's got 3 men in there to choose from. Milovanovic, he gets the cross in, and it's straight at the keeper. So close. So close to one of the counter-attacking goals of any season, wasn't it? That one would have been fantastic. Let's not bother giving them a shout now. We're almost there. We have not conceded a shot on target this half, which is great. We didn't have much of the ball, though. Possession was not our strong point that half, but we have the goal. So I think we've got to tell them... Do we tell them we're not pleased? That is the question. Maybe we give it an assertive, I'm far from pleased. Give these couple of guys here a bit of a rev up. I don't think that was our best half of football that we've played. We should be beating Krasnodar by more at home, shouldn't we? So we'll get back out there. We do, as I said, have Mason Slater on the bench, and we have Recalde on the bench as well. I'm wondering if Kowalski's not having his best game. Neither is Joyce, actually, is he? We've got a couple of options in there we can look to take off. Buzenel can't win the header, but straight down to us anyway. Now Kowalski, can he pick a pass? Can he run it? He's running at the defence brilliantly. Foot on the ball, nicely done for Milovanovic. Just can't quite get the better of his man. And still we keep the ball. This is much better, isn't it? 30 seconds or so into the second half. Minute 30 probably into the second half. But that's beside the point. Milovanovic in for Joyce. Joyce for Kowalski. Out for Milovanovic again. This is nice stuff. Nice stuff. Can he pick a pass for Kowalski? Kowalski! Oh, it's got it. He's offside, isn't he? I think Elazaj is offside. I'm not getting excited. He is offside. So that Kowalski shot was an absolute rocket though, wasn't it? Another highlight potentially for us. Ortiz. For Joyce. Joyce. It's a ball for Milovanovic. Can't quite find him. Are we going to get counted here? We should have got to that first, I think. Keeping pressure on. We have men back. They've gone over the top. Again, we have men there. We should be able to defend this. There's one man in the box. I thought that was going in. That wasn't great. We're looking nervous. Should I have told them they were rubbish? Maybe not. We'll give them some encouragement. Joyce is looking motivated, which is good because he's not playing well. So that's signs of life there. A little bit of improvement for him as well. Kowalski isn't having his best game. Kowalski hasn't lit the world on fire. He had a good game against Spurs, but I think we all did that game. Let's bring Recalde on. And I'm thinking we might just drop him in. We might play him... He likes to play on support. And can we do something with Joey Joyce to get him forward a little bit more? Not really. So we'll leave that for now. We might even look at Mason Slater for Joey Joyce in a bit. But I am keen to get Recalde on and playing. Now Griffiths is looking nervous. Can we give them a no pressure shout here? A lot of nervous players. Why are we looking so nervous? We're in front and we're at home. We might just take this off of attack onto control. Set piece. Griffiths knocks it in for Buzenel to knock it down for Recalde. What a strike from Recalde! What a way to open your account. I cannot wait to see this replay. Absolutely not much on. It is just whack. That's a scissor kick from behind. I don't know what that is. It's a bit of poor animation probably. But what a strike from Recalde. Alright, so Ortiz again is not having a good game. We're going to leave him on though. What we could look at doing here, Griffiths isn't playing well. We can look to take him off. We do have Watanabe who can play... No, not him. No, was it him? I want to take Griffiths off. Undo. Undo. That's undo. So we'll take... No, we did want to take Griffiths off, didn't we? Because he's tied. And then we can maybe just drop Watanabe back in there. Play him as a... Play him as a regista, sure. Let's do that. We don't have a deep-lying playmaker, so that could work. He is naturally a midfielder, though his attributes would suggest he's very much a central defender. So this is sort of somewhere in the middle for him, isn't it? Give them a concentrate here. We just need to see this out now. It's not our best win of the season by any means, but if we open our account in the Champions League with a 2-0 home win, we will take that. Griffiths for Recalde. Can he match that first strike? No, just back to Joyce. This is sensible. 10 seconds to go. Watanabe. Have that son. Watanabe! Oh, what? Almost. 2 cracking goals to open the account of 2 of our new players. But there it is. That's full time. We'll take that, won't we? That's a good, solid start to our Champions League campaign. We should have won by more. We absolutely dominated the game. Did not have a shot on target, did Krasnodar. So we'll give it, in the end, I think, a passionate well done, lads. And we'll move on. I think the main concern out of that game, it's Ortiz's form, isn't it? That is definitely a little bit troubling. But that's for next episode, guys, because that's it for this time around. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you're hitting like. And if you're new, subscribe. This is, as I said, probably our final season on Football Manager 2018. Probably our final season, therefore, with Nottingham Forest. And we are going for everything. So you're going to want to make sure you come back to see it. Next episode, we'll come back for end of the month. So we'll play the Big Muggy Germans and Southampton next episode. That looks like a good time to come back, doesn't it? So that'll be next episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on Thursday for episode 51. And until then, I've been Aussie Villain. Take care and enjoy our goals of the month for August. See you then.
You're something special.